Hey everyone, this is Marcus, the author of Unbroken, Walking on New Ground, and this is my second video surrounding the book, why I wrote the book and some of the things in the book. 41 poignant stories. In future videos, I'm going to go more into detail on each story. But right now, I wanted to talk about something that I touched in the book but didn't have its own chapter, and that's communication. And I am not the communication police by any means, and I'm not trying to be one. My accident was, almost 25 years ago. So I've shared my story with countless people, and I've grown to the point where I really don't share the story much anymore. One of the reasons I wrote the book is, to share what I went through and my recovery. And why do I not share the story as much as I used to? Well, I find that there's conscientious people who hear the story that will respond with things like, wow, your life is a miracle, or God has a purpose for your life, or congratulations, and that's you did a great job. Those ones are great, but those responses are few and far in between. Unfortunately, I don't want to call them unconscientious people, but I think a lot of times there's people, and maybe a lot of people, who like to talk but maybe not listen, and that's okay. I'm not trying to be judgy, but I'm just, as an individual, that I have a bad gait. You can see that something happened to me, and people make inquiries. And the reason I've really become reluctant to share it is the horror stories of people who aren't really, maybe it's just some response to my story that is common because people don't know how to respond. So maybe this will help society in a certain way. I have heard so many horror stories, like countless horror stories in rebuttal to me sharing mine. So I just don't really share it that often anymore. I've heard, people just come up with whatever it is that they know that someone got either killed, maimed, or really bad. Oh, my neighbor was riding his motorcycle through an intersection, got hit, lost both his legs. My brother was in a car accident and was, brained. My mom was a child and she got thrown out the window. You cannot imagine the amount of horror stories I've heard in response to sharing mine. And I do not see or perceive my incident, I don't even call it an accident, to be horrific. Now, in future videos, I'm going to share in detail what happened. So one could perceive it to be, but the mind, as I said before, can make heaven a hell or hell of heaven. And so many good things have come from my accident. Some of the best lessons we achieve come from the hardest mistakes. So not trying to be the communication police, but in the future, if someone does share something seemingly traumatic, and this is just advice from a guy that has seen it, try to be one of those conscientious people, and great job. You're doing fantastic. God has a purpose. So great to see that you're still around. Whatever the case may be, but anything other than telling them the worst horror story saw on TV, in life, or any of it. So just a heads up. Really, if someone's sharing something like that, you might find something within that message that can help your life. And while I'm on this topic, this just came to my head. And these videos aren't being edited, so they're good. They're good. If they're great, they're not, or whatever the case may be. And it just comes from my heart. There's another thing that has kind of gotten old as an individual that has, issues with walking, is people, strangers that will come up to me and ask, "Oh, what's wrong with you, man? where do you want me to start? Like, really? Like, is it just the walking part? Or is there something else that's cluing you into that there's some problems here, you know? But who does that? Don't be that person that goes up to a complete, hey man, looks like your back really hurts today. Oh, well, you know, I kind of thought I was having a good day and thought my back wasn't hurting, but maybe it is. Like, you know, like, oh, and then this one, I haven't heard it so much lately. I used to hear it a lot before. Maybe it's fallen out of fashion. Is, hey man, looks like you got a hitch in your giddy up. What? What did you just say to me? Like, you don't even know me, and you just came up and told me that I have a hitch in my giddy up. Like, what? Here's the thing. If you see someone that has a visible disability, here's my advice. Say nothing at all. If you feel like getting involved for whatever reason, how about just a thumbs up or just a wave? You know, no questions, no comments. You know, they don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Just keep it to yourself. No need. And once again, I'm not trying to be the communication police. Or, you know, if you see someone with a disability and you feel like interjecting whatever, go for it. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, if you do, you know, just give them a thumbs up. Say you're doing great, you know. But the whole, what's wrong with you, man? Or why do you walk like that? Or what? I'm just like, really? Like, dude, I don't even know you. So, well, that was a little bit of a rant and rave. I promise in the future they won't be like that. They're going to get more uplifting and more inspirational. I just really felt a need to get that one off my chest. You know, and I think it's helpful in today's day and age that, you know, when we approach each other with compassion and understanding. And if someone's sharing with you, take it in and try to be positive out in the world, because you know what? We're all fighting a battle that someone else doesn't know about, and positivity goes a long way. So I appreciate you watching the video. A little bit of a rant. The ones in the future are going to get awesome. So please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, follow, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the future. Until that time, take care, and may you be well.